Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside the 2024 Flagstaff FKBS. Hey, I decided to show you guys something else. I know every day it's like, what is it with this camper with this guy? I found the coolest thing. Let me turn my lights on in my bedroom with my made bed. You know, room storage is very important to me in an RV. And I just have to promote the Flagstaff, the FKBS model, with its plethora of storage. So I have shoes, and I'm wearing a pair of Skechers right here. I guess these are Skechers. I bought at the Outlet Mall up in Georgia. I got the old discount on them. Yeah, they're Skechers. So I had them laying around like in here. I was just trying to find places. I didn't want to leave them out in the rain, you know. I also had them over here, laying at the front door. And all you're doing is tripping over them. They just look trashy. And I don't like anything out that doesn't, you know, have a place to go. So I have this closet, you know, that I love. And I got these big drawers. I even have drawers down here that I haven't used that I could totally, well, I do have something in there. What's that? Something. But I think this one here is empty. But check out this little place I found. A shoe closet. I got my Hey Dudes in there and a couple of pair of Skechers. And there's actually a brand new pair of Nikes in there I bought sometime back. I don't like them, so I've got them on Facebook Market. Size 10 basketball. I ain't a basketball player. So here's a tip for you guys. It was a tip given to me from a subscriber. Best tip in the world. These things right here aren't cheap. These are the pods for the Keurig. So, you know, you put one of these little jobs right here in there. Subscriber told me you can use them twice. So now I get twice as much for my money. I'm trying to remember now if I've already used this one twice or not. I think I did. But thank you very, very much for that tip. I won't lie, the second cup is slightly weaker than the first cup, but I actually prefer the second cup. Two good reasons. One is the first cup is very strong on the Folgers anyway. So I'm all hopped up all I need anyway, as you can tell. And then the second cup just tastes like a normal regular cup of coffee. Not so strong, and you don't need to keep, you know, putting that much caffeine in you. So let me turn that power off. That just doubled my my deal. You get 24 of those, but now it's like 48. So I got some boxes here. I got some new stuff that I'm going to be reviewing. I'll give you a little sneak peek right there. You're the first to know. It's the one sitting on the top. It's the Vito Man solar generator. Let me get out here. Show you guys something. I got another review to do. Let me show you what I got. I got to turn that hot water heater off. I hear it ablazing. I took a shower this morning. I feel great. My eyes don't look great, but I apologize. The crusher's still looking good from the detail, even though it rained yesterday, right after getting it washed. But look at it, the tires are still Armor All, it looks good. And I need to get my blower out here and blow off the roof of the camper and blow these leaves off. They'll probably just blow off. But what do I got? Check that out. Isn't that handsome? Doesn't that fit perfectly? Doesn't that look stealthy and perfect? That, friends, is a two bike rack, two bikes, e-bikes. It can hold up to 5-inch fat tires here. And look how it folds up. When it's down, before you put the bikes on, I mean, it's a real albatross. You've got this big extension back here that when you're backing up, or if you park at the grocery store, you're going to be extended out. But when you got the bikes on there, it has to be that way. But when you don't have the bikes on and you don't want to store it, and I'm limited on my storage, I can just leave it on the truck. And I've got a locking thing down there, the pin, so you can't just steal it. I'm going to do a review on it later today. It's awesome. And I was going to buy one because I got the e-bike and another one coming. And I got an email saying, hey, we've got these products. Are any of these interesting to you? I have people trying to give me products because they have discovered, I don't know how these companies find you. They're all Chinese companies because everything's made in China, you know. But if you live in an RV or claim to live in an RV or own an RV, these are all RV related things. So e-bikes are very popular among the RV world. Of course, those solar generators are extremely popular, although you can use them in your home and camping and such, but they are a great alternative to for off-grid camping and stuff like that. So this one's a little less power that they sent me, but it's still very, very strong. And I'm going to go over that one with you in the next day or so after I do some more testing. And my knowledge and my PK, my product knowledge, is really growing on these because I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on people that know a lot more about them. And I want to know about them because I'm using them for the RV and charging all my devices. See, everything, this is a smart RV. You heard of smart homes? This RV runs completely on 12 volt, except the air conditioning. Now I can run it through my inverter if I have enough battery power. We did that already the other day on the Blue Eddy, but I don't need shore power. This thing has an inverter. It has dual battery setup, and now with my solar generators to charge my batteries and to bring solar in, my refrigerator is 12 volt, my TVs are 12 volt. I'm completely self-contained. And these solar generators can be recharged by the good old sun, free of charge. I don't have to buy gas and oil and maintenance and hear any noise. They're completely quiet and it's free energy. The only difference between a solar generator and a generator is one has a lot more power peak and can run the air conditioning if you're willing to buy a big enough, noisy enough, loud enough, big enough gas tank one. Otherwise, and they're big and heavy. These are portable, no noise, and they're completely reusable for like 3,000 times, 10 years. Anyway, I think we need to go to the gym and start crushing it down there. I'm gonna drive the Crusher. Boy, she sure looks good. Those guys did a great job. I'm gonna call them up and see if they want to come out and finish doing the back and the other side of the Flagstaff and actually have them come out routinely to keep it new all the time. And I also want to get the bike uncovered and pull the truck up and put the bike rack down and see how it's going to hold my Hovsco here. And the advantage of the bike rack is, sure, I can just drive from here. I can go to the beach. There's nice places. But if I want to transport it and go over the West Coast to Sarasota, or I want to go down to Fort Lauderdale, or like I'm going to see my son. He lives in that penthouse. He has to pay for his own parking there. It's such a prime area that you have to pay for your own parking. There is no free parking in his building and in that area. So what I can do is I can park at a Publix or somewhere that's, you know, free, and take my bike off that's, say, maybe a mile away, that I can just ride to his house and go right into his apartment with it. And also, if I want to go to the beach and do the videoing up and down Las Olas Boulevard, I can take my time. I can get up on sidewalks. I don't have to worry about people blowing their horn behind me or parking or waiting for red lights, all that stuff. I can just like he does. My son, he delivers food. He's like an Uber Eats guy. He does all the different ones. And so I'm thinking that's the new dynamic with the bike rack, is to be able to transport myself in one vehicle to another vehicle to the area. So we're picking up new ideas. We're doing some new things. And all these ideas, as they evolve and my learning curve grows, I'll share them with everybody. And if that's something that you want to do, or an idea that you didn't think of that you could also do, you can also do it. How about that for a lot of alsos? Anyway, it's a great morning, and I'm very happy and very grateful because this is Thanksgiving week. We have to be thankful every day of our lives, but we're supposed to be cognizant of being very thankful on Thanksgiving. That's what it's about, right? Well, you know, we talk about it on the channel all the time about being thankful and paying it forward and doing for others. And, you know, yesterday when I had the crusher washed, those guys only charged me $30. Look at how nice that truck looks. It still does look very, very good. And it rained like a Dickens yesterday, but it still looks marvelous. And the $30 I gave them, I had some comments about you should have gave them a $20 tip or you should have gave them $100, you know, whatever. I made 2 videos for those guys and I put their phone number in both videos. I've already had a couple of comments on the channel of people that are in this area that are gonna call those guys. They said, hey, I paid $20 to go to one of those drive-through car washes. And when you come out, your car's still wet. So the advertising that I'm going to give for those guys, I'm paying it forward, is going to help them out a lot in their business, I hope. I've already had people say they bought the Hovsco bike. Hovsco contacted me and said, thank you very much. We sold a few of these bikes already from your videos, and there's been lots of other clicks, and they're in the cart. They haven't purchased yet, but they probably will. So the advertising and information that people are getting through these reviews, like on the Blue Eddy and this new power station that I got, that's a lower price point, a little less power, a little less weight, and you know, maybe that will suit your needs. So we're going to cover all the levels, and I think there's even a smaller one yet that you can literally carry around with you with no problem. These are kind of hefty at 42 and 62 pounds respectively, but I've got another one I think is going to be coming that's a 350 watt that's good for powering up your phones and your laptop. You can take it and plug in some LED lights and some other things like for camping. You can power your refrigerator like I have in the back of the crusher here. Lots of things. So you just have to get information about what your needs are. And then, you know, of course, it's a price point because lithium iron phosphate batteries are not cheap, because they can be used thousands of times. They're good for years and years, probably your lifetime. I mean, the one that I have in there that we've talked about already is good for 3,000 charges, and before it even goes down to 80% battery health. And the bike rack, maybe you bought an e-bike, maybe you're gonna buy one from my Hovsco ad or one of the other e-bikes on the market that you like, maybe a local dealer. You gotta have a bike rack, potentially, right? If you wanna go around with it. Well, here's a bike rack that I'm going to give a review on. Don't buy it yet. I have to review it. They sent it to me. And we're going to find out how it tows and how much it bounces around, how easy it is to load on there. I love how it folds away like it does right now. Man, I love this truck. Look at it. Those guys did a great job. Look how it shines. What'd they use? I've never got it to look like that. These are my guys. These are my guys. The phone number's in the video. There's 2 shorts there, not shorts actually, they're actually videos, but they give the phone number. I've got it on my phone. It's a 561 area code. I'm gonna get it memorized. Those guys are awesome. And you know, you're helping somebody else out. You're helping a small business. You know, there were some comments about, oh, I bet they don't have a business license. Oh, I bet Walmart doesn't know they're there. Folks, if you're doing anything wrong, Walmart has security going around all the time. They got cameras there. Believe me, they know they're there. And, you know, they're not running off those people that are trying to shake you down for $1 when you walk in the door. So people are out there trying to earn a living, and you can help them out, and it's Thanksgiving. Have a kinder soul, you know. Who are they hurting? Nobody. Trying to make some money. And they did an excellent job. I'm so thankful I found them. Now, what else I'm going to tell you? We're going to go to the gym in a minute. And I really want to get the bike going. I got to turn my doorstep light out, turn my awning light out, turn everything out, and get going here. I took a shower this morning. I love that shower in that RV, man. I take like 3 a day. I got before I go to bed, when I wake up, and then of course after the gym, during the middle of the day, you got to have one. So I'm like 3 times a day, and that shower works perfect. I've got a brand new shower head coming. from the people that have the same unit as I do, a 2023 model, in her review, in their walk around of their flags. They have the Flagstaff 25 FKBS. They got this shower head for only $10 on Amazon, and I believe her. She was very convincing to me in the video, that puts out a much more pressure. So that should be arriving today or tomorrow or something like that. Also, I'll be showing you guys, it's not for free, I bought it myself, the tire covers that are going on my tires. I'll show you my tires. I got these Goodyear Endurance tires that are phenomenal. I bought them for the Wolf Pup. Someone told me that the Wolf Pup's still for sale at Camp Oaks for $12,000. But I've got these Goodyear Endurance tires. These are made in the USA. And it says 65 PSI is the top air pressure. But I had a subscriber, again, my community is so helpful and knowledgeable, told me that about 52 to 55, or 53 to 55, something like that, is the ideal tire pressure for those Goodyear Endurance tires on those Dexter axles. Did I tell you about my axles? It tows like a sports car. If you're gonna get a RV and try to live this kind of lifestyle, you have to look at the Forest River Flagstaff or the Rockwood. They're made in the same exact plant under the same roof. There's no difference in them except the decals and maybe the coloring of the cabinet or a different color sofa. But let's take one more look at that bike rack before I get on out of here. Show you guys. Look at this thing. So, and it folds up, and it goes all the way down to the ground too with the bikes on it. So if you need to get into your trunk or your hat, I'm going to go over all that. I'm going to show you all that. It's got all kind of functional features. But let's get back to being about Thanksgiving and being thankful every day for the rest of your life. Folks, what's the most important thing in the world? Is it living like this? Is it having a nice Toyota truck? Is it having a bitchin' camper? Those are great. Those are really, really great. They're right up there with some of the best things, in my opinion. But what's really, really, you know the answer already, it's our health. It's our health and our relationship with God. If you are horizontal in a bed, you would give up all of this. Bill Gates, the guy that owns Amazon, whatever his name is, I forget. All them people, they'd give it all away if they couldn't get out of a bed. Health is everything, folks, and you don't have it forever. You don't get this luxury, this what do you call it? Not luxury, this gift, this time that we have on earth. There's nothing but a mist, a fog that just fades away in the scheme of time. To God, I mean, your time on this earth, whether it be 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, is nothing. And all of those years that you are lucky enough to breathe in and out, and all your gizzards work, and you've got your mental faculties, and you can just walk down the darn road and smile. You have to be thankful for that, first of all, and for the one that gives you that. He's the one that's providing every breath you got. These people that walk around that don't believe, these people that walk around that have a lot more than what I have, and maybe something like this, and they are, you know, I don't know these people. I'm sure they're good, God-fearing Christian people, but some people, they want to just boast about themselves of how they planned their retirement, how they did this and they did that. I'm so powerful, I'm so good. You got what you got because it was given to you. And you are being blessed because maybe you're sowing some good seed, you're doing some good things. But you don't ever want to forget where your source of everything comes from. And it's easy to forget. You know, when you're doing good and you don't have any problem, you meet somebody, you get a promotion at work, you're taking a cruise, life is good. You got no problems. Well, a lot of times then people forget about God. They're like, hey, who's God? I'm doing really good. And then something happens, you know, you crash your car, you get a sickness, They throw you out. You lose your job. Your relationship ends. There's a death in the family. Anything that's a downer. And you're like, oh God, oh God, oh God, please God. That's what I do. I get up to a red light and, you know, somebody wants to go through or whatever. I'm like, oh God, oh God. You know, I pray right away. The first thing I do. But sometimes when we get, you know, confident and we don't need anything and we're doing good, we forget. A day goes by. And it happens to me. It happens to everybody. But you got to remember to always thank God and pray to God every day that He is going to sustain you for that day until your head hits the pillow. Don't even pray about for tomorrow. Tomorrow may not come. But just for today, that He keeps you safe and He keeps you healthy and you get no tickets, no accidents, no car trouble, no personal troubles, no nothing. That He can just sustain you to have a happy, good attitude, and your health, of course, is number one. Because as we get older and the runway gets shorter, you know, all kinds of things start to happen. It's inevitable. He's going to call you home. You're going to have to go there one day. It's unavoidable. You know what they say, taxes and death, right? The two things you can't avoid. But folks, just be thankful this week. Be thankful every day. That's why I talk about there needs to be a national nice day where everybody tries to be nice. Well, you've seen it. You've seen it in the comments. There's some people that just, they can't spell nice. And, you know, they want to say something about those two nice young men that washed my truck. Instead of like, hey, that's great that you helped make a video for them. That's great that you gave them some business. And they're out there working hard. Good for them. There's people standing on the corner, every corner around here in South Florida. We're just inundated with these drug-addicted alcoholics that claim to be veterans, and all they want is a beer or a glass of liquor to go sit over there in the woods. That's what they all do. And, you know, if they were truly homeless and needed some, the government has programs, the government has, the state has, the county has things that can help them. And a lot of these guys, they look like they're well-able bodies that can work. They can do something. They can go to a labor place. So God helps those that help themselves. But these people that want to just freeload, compared to those two gentlemen yesterday that are out there hustling, put all of his hard-earned money into those, to that washer compressor and that generator and the brushes and the materials and everything, and he's out there sweating in Florida sun. That is admirable. That is how you make money working for yourself. That's a go-getter. That's what I respect, and I like that. And the business that they're going to get, and I'm going to continue to make more videos for them if they ever come out, and I'm going to have them come out and wash my truck again, because they're mobile. You don't go to them. And also do something on the Flagstaff for me. So be thankful, pay it forward, compliment people, spread it around. It's going to come back to you. You know, it's like I heard Charles Stanley at First Baptist Church. He passed away recently. You guys might have heard of him, he's a famous preacher. When I lived in Atlanta, I used to go to First Baptist. And he said, you know, it's like when you get stingy, it's like a beaver that makes a dam. The water gets blocked up and stagnant and gets all that algae and starts looking stale looking. But when you just, when you don't hold on tight to things and you let it go and just let things flow, and, you know, and not worrying about what you're doing, about, you know, what you're going to get back, God gives you back. It comes back. The universe gives you back. So work with that kind of, I don't mean go out and give all your money away or, you know, start just giving to everybody you see, but you can give more than just money. You can give time. You can give help. You can drive somebody somewhere. You can give them a call. You can lift them up. You can do a lot of things. And when you see people today that you don't even know, we've talked about it before, strike up a conversation. Find something to compliment that person about. People need to be lifted. People are carrying lots of burdens today. They have troubles. They're hurting inside. They don't show it because they're numb to it now. They're just carrying it around daily. Give them a reason to break out. Give them a reason to see that they can have faith in humanity again, like I've had since I've been a YouTuber. And I read these comments that I get from my great community, these 61,000 plus wonderful souls out there that daily, multiple times a day, some of you, are encouraging me and telling me, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, keep doing what you're doing, you're doing this, that is what's got me going. That's what's keeping me giving these videos. This is what, you know, is just, I don't know what God's doing or whatever, but we're spreading the good news. We're helping one another. I'm learning from you. Maybe you're learning a few things from me. I'm going to share some good ideas. It's all good. And all we got to do is just keep crushing it.